Welcome to Two Sides in New York. I'm Cross here with Reed. We got a lot of news today. MLB, NFL, Mets, Yankees. Let's get right into it. So we're gonna do Doofus of the week and congrats guy of the week to start off. So my Doofus of the week is the Giants general manager David Gettleman for continuing to keep throwing jabs at Odell Beckham, which is so uncalled for. Like, he's gone. Just stop talking about him. There's no need to keep talking about Odell since his departure.
Yeah, no, it's ridiculous, and you now see why he didn't get a tribute goodbye. Like, from the Giants, there's something inside the front office with him went down, and it wasn't nice, is what we're coming out from Gettleman, as he's been pretty nasty to OBJ.
Yeah, and I'm not a fan of Odell Beckham Jr. at all, but he's totally in the right here for going after Gettleman on Twitter, for calling Gettleman out, because Gettleman, he just seems like he was an asshole to OBJ the entire time. It's just not fair. Odell Beckham, he played his heart out for the Giants for his entire career there, and the Giants for the most part, the Giants were pretty shitty while Odell was there, so it's just not fair.
Yeah, he was the best part. He was what kept them interesting.
Yeah, really, the only thing that kept him interesting. And I dislike Odell, but I feel like he's much better off somewhere else. Unfortunately for you.
Yeah, unfortunately for me, and this definitely kills what my slight hope of him maybe coming back when his contract is over.
Did you really want him to come back? He did.
I was with it. Maybe like when we build up the team again, team up with Saquon again, 4 or 5 years down the line.
On Twitter, OBJ was like, "Ask any questions and I'll answer it." And one of the questions was, "Will you ever come back to the Giants?" And he said, "Nope, not a chance."
Oh, really?
Yeah. So, who are your doofus of the week? And congrats, guy.
So doofus of the week. So. He's my favorite baseball player of all time. This is no shots at him as a player, but as an owner, he's traded some pretty, as you would say for the 98 Yankees, cornerstones of a franchise. Yelich, Ozuna, Stanton, Realmuto.
Yeah.
And then R.P. Fernandez. That was a good team right there. So, in my opinion, I know you don't think Stanton is a future Hall of Famer, but it looks like Yelich and Stanton both will be heading towards the Hall of Fame. 2 of the best players and 2 of the last MVPs in the NL. So, it's not looking good for Dukes right now. We'll see what happens 4 or 5 years if those prospects they got for all those superstars pan out, but he doesn't look too great right now.
Yeah, not at all. With Yelich, he's just so good. Like, he's hitting home runs at an alarming rate. And that's not, he gets on base, he hits for average. In my opinion, one of the best players in the game right now. But yeah, looks like 3 very poor moves by Jeter as a owner. They did get a lot of good prospects, or supposedly good prospects, and of course, it's going to take a couple years to see how that pans out.
But
so,
Lewis Brinson, is he going to be Yelich? Because that's the top prospect they got for him.
No, not even close. He's been decent, like he's been pretty good, but
he's got
nothing near. But nothing near Yelich. But for Jeter, he has been good as an owner, but we still got to give him a couple more years until we see how those. Yeah,
you got to give him like 6 years because he's obviously tore it down all the way from the bottom. It wasn't Jeter's fault that the humongous Stanton contract. So I mean, he had to do that.
It's just so it's sad. Even though I hate the Marlins being them being division rivals, but that team was just so good, and it's crazy how they got nothing out of that really good baseball team.
Yeah, nothing at all. It's been rough for the Marlins, and I think they're obviously going to be the worst team in baseball this year. I think they only have 5 wins so far.
Yeah.
So we'll see if Walker. Granderson, maybe if they can perform, get them some prospects at the deadline, but that's pretty much their season. It's pretty much over before it started for the 2nd straight year. And then my congrats guy of the week is actually going to be James Paxton. 2 phenomenal starts, 24 strikeouts in total, 2 wins to his ledger. He's looking great, and you love to see him dominate the Red Sox like that.
Yeah, right now he's pitching really well. He's definitely you'd call him the ace of that staff right now with Sevy being out.
No, Tanaka.
Do you think Tanaka's still the ace?
Yeah.
You'd consider.
I think Tanaka's been one of the best pitchers in baseball so far this season. So he's had one clunker, but besides that, he's been pretty elite. So it definitely goes Tanaka, Sevy, and then Happ. Or I think I'm putting CC. Or no, Domingo Germán. That's a guy who you got to watch out for.
Overall, how do you think the Yankees pitching staff has performed?
Excellent. I think they've been excellent this year.
Yeah, I do too. The offense.
Just J.A. Happ has been awful, but the pitching staff has been excellent. The ERA over the past 8 games is 1.48, so it's pretty good.
And they've been pitching good, their staff, and just to think, like, maybe if Stanton or just Andujar, maybe if one of them didn't get hurt, the Yankees probably would be in first place right now.
Yeah, they probably would be. They're only 2.5 out with 13 guys on the IL. And so you got Gary coming back on Wednesday, and then Stanton should be back maybe by Sunday. And they're going to see what's going to happen with Andujar. Personally, I just don't like him not getting the surgery because he's only 23. If he doesn't get it, he can mess his arm up for life. And it could mess up his whole career, and he can never be the fielder that you want him to develop into. And this could be a full-time DH if you mess it up. And I think with LeMahieu, I think they can afford to have Andujar out for the year, but got to get Judge. We'll go into that travesty later in the episode. But all those guys back and healthy.
Yeah, moving right along, I'll talk a little bit about my Mets. I'll talk about them a little bit because I put out that episode. We're talking about the Mets really in depth. So just a quick recap for the Mets. Our pitching right now, Jacob deGrom, he got his MRI, which we didn't think he would. They said now he didn't need it, but he did end up getting it, and it came back clean. So he will only be missing 1 start. He'll be back at
That's good news.
In his normal. But that's great news for the Mets because our pitching staff is in shambles right now. Matz has really been the best pitcher, in my opinion. He's been the best pitcher this year, and that's not good considering that outing where he didn't even get an out, before they took him out. And Noah Syndergaard has been just a huge disappointment. Like and Met fans and around the MLB have like. No, besides Syndergaard's All-Star year, he hasn't been that great. He has that big personality off the field, but he's got to step it up. I don't know what it is. It just seems like he's lost something.
Yeah, he kind of he's got to do it. I know he proved himself before Clint, but he kind of reminds me of Clint Frazier. He talks a lot. Really full of himself, but Clint, he's proved himself, and I think that's what Noah has to do. He's just got to go out there and dominate.
But he definitely has the stuff. I don't know what's putting. I just don't know why he can't put it together so far this year. I think ultimately he is going to step it up, and he's going to end up having a long
season.
But he's a guy that we really need right now because a lot of question marks with our pitching staff. So we really need Noah Syndergaard to step it up big time. And one more quick thing about the Mets is our offense is legit. It's just our pitching got to keep it going.
Yeah, no, your offense, you got Alonso hitting lasers out of every ballpark that he goes to. You got freaking, what's his name? Cano, he's been on fire.
Cano's been on fire.
Conforto's been good. Nemo's picked up the slack from his slow start.
Jeff McNeil batting .385. He just hit his first home run last night. He's the fastest Met to ever get to 100 hits. He's a for-real hitter as well, and I think he's one of the best contact hitters in baseball.
Yeah, I mean, it seems like that through his first 270 or so at-bats, whatever it is. He definitely seems like he's maybe the next... I don't know, you can't really name a player to compare it, but the next guy who could name 200 hits again, because you never see that anymore.
I forgot who it was, but a baseball writer said she's a lot of comparison between him and Pete Rose, which is it's a big stretch to say that so far in McNeil's young career. But if he could be half the player that Pete Rose was, I'd be ecstatic because that's some elite company right there. Yeah, that's some elite company right there, Pete Rose.
That's true. I mean, well, he just puts the ball in play left and right.
Yeah.
So I think he can bring 200 hits back to baseball this season, which would be great.
That would be amazing.
So, going into the Yankees, week started out great. The Yankees had swept the Red Sox. We just pretty much knocked them all over the place, especially Tuesday when Paxton had 8 strong innings, 12 strikeouts, and Mike Tauchman, touch my talk, had 5 RBIs with a home run. He actually had 3 home runs this week, Mike Tauchman, so he picked it up. And then Wednesday was the big one, down 3-1 in the 7th, and Brett Gardner shuts all the haters up with a clutch go-ahead grand slam down 3-1 in the 7th, like I just said. So that was huge. I think that was maybe a moment that put some energy back into the Yankees, and then it was sucked right back out of us on Saturday when the worst thing that could have possibly happened, and I don't even need to answer that, because the worst thing that could have possibly happened, you would just say Aaron Judge got hurt, and that's what happened. Looks like a bad oblique injury. He's going to be out 4 to 6 weeks at least. I'm saying it's close to the All-Star game by the time he gets back, so it sucks, but he's got to next man up. I mean, it's as simple as that. I mean, if Aaron Boone said the other night, this is going to make the championship sweeter at the end of the year, so I mean, yeah, I know we wanted to beat the Red Sox 108, but hey, let's just get to the playoffs, win the division, and get the squad back. That's what you got to do.
Yeah, being a Mets fan, I've seen some years with crazy injuries and disappointing seasons because of injuries, but I've never seen anything like this.
These are superstars, MVPs.
Exactly, yeah, these are superstar caliber players. And it's really upsetting. I don't want to see this at all. I hate the Yankees, but like it's not good for baseball.
Yeah, it's not good for baseball, but I don't know. I mean, a lot of people lost trust, but I think they're fighting through it well. I mean, they've won all 3 games since Judge got hurt, which is really good, because last season, once he got hurt, it kind of seemed like it was over. So I mean, it still shows that his presence is in the locker room, but next man up. I think. Clint Frazier has this. No one's talk. I mean, he is being talked about, but what he's brought to this team is an under the radar superstar. He does a lot. I mean, his arm is a cannon. He puts the ball in play. He can just crank one when they need one. You can tell he can, when there's a runner on third, he just puts it in the air, sac fly. Most underrated play in baseball, by the way. But I'm falling in love with Clint Frazier.
Yeah, and it's the next man up for the Yankees. Clint Frazier has definitely stepped up to the plate for them. Yeah, Tauchman, he's been playing. He's been getting clutch home runs, walk-offs, walk-off hits.
Romine got a walk-off hit.
Romine got the walk-off hit. But what the Yankees got to do, they just got to hang in there. It's tough with injuries, of course. But if they could just hang in there, Gary's coming back soon.
I think Gary and Stanton are both in that lineup, they'll be all right.
Yeah, and you gotta give kudos to them because they hung in there with all these guys out. They all you can really ask for them is to hang in there, and that's what they've done.
Yeah, exactly. That's what they've done. I mean, I think we have the same record as we had last year at this time. So, and we ended up winning 100 games. So, I think we're gonna be all right. Just gotta go on a little run with this little B team right here, and we've won 4. We've won 4 in a row, 6 of 7. So. I think we usually do good in Anaheim. I don't think we'll be able to sweep 4 games in Anaheim because that's just tough to do, but take 3 of 4, then go into San Francisco and beat a bad Giants team. And after that, the record will look pretty good, and the Rays got swept by the Red Sox last weekend. So, I mean, we're only 2.5 out, incredibly.
Yeah, there's definitely a reason to worry if you're a Yankees fan.
Yeah, just because
if you're on the Yankees, but I feel like it's not as bad. The worry is not as bad as I thought it would be. I feel like a lot of players in the Yankees are like right now, all right, yeah, we're banged up, but we're just going to keep going out and playing. Like what in Boone's interview, he doesn't seem that worried, and you gotta like that confidence.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. You asked me if he lost the clubhouse last week, and I was like, no. I mean, he definitely has the clubhouse. They were just disappointed on how things are going, and I think what really helped was CeCe coming back, especially for that rotation, because Tanaka, Paxton, Happ, they all had clunkers the third start around, and then once CeCe came back, I think he really brought some leadership back to that clubhouse.
Yeah, for sure.
10 innings, no runs allowed. So I think CeCe's going to go out with a bang.
CeCe still hasn't allowed a run yet?
No, and he's just looked good. He's changing speeds, painting the corners. getting strikeouts when he needs.
Yeah, he's definitely going all out. He knows his last season.
Wants to go out with a ring.
Yeah, leaving it all out on the table.
But yeah, no, that pretty much wraps up. We took 3 of 4 from the Royals, so it was good to beat a bad team like that because the Yankees had trouble with that. And after starting the season at home 3-5, we went 6-3 on that on that homestand, which is great to see. After losing that series against the White Sox at home, we came back and swept the Red Sox and took 3 of 4 from the Royals. So just got to keep it going, like I said, on this West Coast trip and get the squad back.
Yeah. Did anybody on the Royals try to throw at anybody on the Yankees?
No, no one did. Although freaking, it seems Judge got hurt against the Royals, so he's never allowed to play against the Royals again. That's my thing.
Yeah, no, I'm just asking because of the whole Tim Anderson incident.
Oh, yeah. So whose side are you on there?
Oh, definitely Tim Anderson's.
Me too. Don't give up the homer.
Don't give up the home run. And why you gotta throw at him? Like, come on, man.
You gotta throw it at him. And Tim Anderson, I mean, I don't know about you, but I've liked Tim Anderson since he got called up. I just think he's a swaggy, very underrated player, leading the league in hitting right now. Really, I bet no one knows that. And I mean, you're leading the league in hitting. You hit a bomb, toss the bat. He can toss it into the Royals dugout for all I care.
Yeah, and just the worst part, like, how could you he got suspended for verbal for what he said.
He said y'all N isn't shit. That's what he said. He got suspended.
Yeah, that's ridiculous. How could you get a?
Because
how
Joe
could a
West
man
didn't like it?
Joe West. I like Joe West, but come on, that's ridiculous by Joe West.
He can be a little too old school sometimes.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense how you could suspend somebody for talking. I mean, it's one thing if he actually connected with a punch when he charged the mound, but you can't.
It. He was just it.
Yeah, you can't suspend a guy for talking. That's ridiculous.
It is ridiculous, but it was just one game for him. I'm sure he won't be that mad, but I mean, how are you gonna, MLB's gonna, sponsor or basically be let the kids play after Tim Anderson?
And they don't let the kids play.
And then they suspend him.
Yeah, MLB's a joke. They don't allow any fun. MLB and the NFL don't allow any fun. They gotta start taking. We're not big basketball fans, me and Reed, but the NBA, they let their players they let them do them.
Yeah, they do, and that's why they're the number one sport in America right now, viewing wise.
Just let the players be. Let them do whatever not whatever they want, but you know what I mean. Let them act.
I just don't get it. How are you gonna release that commercial last fall, strictly about letting the kids play, and then you do something like this?
Yeah, and that's the only way baseball could grow. That video of Tim Anderson, people are gonna see that and they're gonna be like, "Wow, that's really cool that he did that," and they're gonna start watching baseball because of it.
Yeah. So, moving on. Hottest man on the planet right now, Christian Yelich. Is he the number 2 player in the game right now? I say 100% yes.
I say 100% yes, and Mike Trout should be worried that
if he wins his MVP this year. I mean, we're only in April, but I mean, I think he's 2 home runs away from breaking the April home run record in MLB history. I think A-Rod hit 14 one month or something like that.
Yeah, A-Rod and someone else are tied. I know it's A-Rod, but I don't remember who he.
And he would have had
tied
it, but someone robbed him.
Yeah, and Trout robbed Yelich of a home run as well this year, and Bellinger.
He would have had it by now.
And Bellinger the other night, the other hottest man.
That's who it was.
Yeah, Bellinger robbed him as well.
Cody, you can't sleep on Cody Bellinger right now. He's got to be one of the top 5 players in baseball.
Yeah, he's batting .424 still, which at this point of the season, that's something that's pretty hard to do.
Yeah, and I mean, just the way he swings, it's like a slingshot, or it's like a catapult. He just brings the bat back and just launches it.
Yeah, I'd love him and Bellinger and Yelich. I want to see them in the home run derby so bad this year because the sound that it makes off their bat is just a bop, bop.
Yeah, I want to see, I would love to see Yelich, Bellinger, Trout, Judge, Stanton, just...
Peter Alonso.
I'd see that.
Yeah.
Who else can we put in there? Who's Gallo?
We'll talk about him in a minute. He's been very hot as well.
Yep. So, also, David Price was quoted. I mean, I know the Sox swept the Rays, but they're still in trouble. They're still 9-14 right now.
And I believe they lost today. They have a doubleheader today. They lost the first one. I'm pretty sure.
They lost the first one. That's what I'm saying. And who knows? They could lose the second one. They're in danger of falling 6 games under 500, and we're almost done with April. And David Price, in an interview last week, said if we don't turn it around, JD and Mookie and all Capitals will get traded. Not might, will. And that's because they are ranked dead last in the MLB in a farm system. And if you're on pace to lose 100 games, I mean, hey, that's not. Yeah. I mean, JD and Mookie, that's. I don't know about Mookie, but I can see maybe JD getting moved.
Yeah, JD for sure. You could see him getting moved.
They're going to be on pace for 110 losses and have already traded off most of the team before Mookie. If Mookie gets traded, they have to be the worst team in baseball, and they've got to be getting prospects and professional player.
Yeah, but I feel like they did just sweep the Rays. I feel like they're on the cusp of just breaking out and getting some games back. So I don't think they're going to make the playoffs, but I don't think they're going to end up cleaning house.
No, I don't either. I mean, they just won the World Series, and they have a pretty good team. Yeah, I still think they're going to finish 500, maybe 82, 83 wins. But they're definitely, I think, going to finish third place.
They've been it's been the surprise of the season how bad they've been. Chris Sale still get a win.
He lost again today, right?
Yep. What is he now?
0-5, I think.
0-5.
And he lost 4 games all of last year.
Yeah, his ERA before the game was in the upper 8s, so it's probably higher than that now. So it's just
never felt like this in his life.
Oh yeah. He said he's embarrassed.
Yeah.
As he should be.
I mean, Mike Tauchman hit a tank off him. Dude.
The sock man.
The sock man.
But
I mean, obviously, I hope this continues for the Red Sox and they do trade Mookie and JD, because if Mookie's not a Red Sox when he's a free agent, I've always been a fan of Mookie Betts. I mean, I hate the Red Sox, but I love the way he plays the game. So, hey, come through in 2021.
Hopefully the Red Sox, they pick it up, because no one wants to see the defending world champions just crumble. I mean,
do.
Besides you, I know you want to see that, but
not crumble. I mean, no, I do want to see them crumble, but I don't think it'll be any problem if they just miss the playoffs.
Oh, yeah, right. But no problem. We're getting into cross reading. My AL player of the week goes to Joey Gallo. Let me pull up his stats real quick. Joey Gallo, he's been a guy that struck out throughout his whole career. Strikeout guys like, oh yes, he's got a lot of power, but he's a strikeout machine. This week he's proven he's hit 4 home runs this week, which is pretty good. But he's batting .440, which is crazy. Maybe he's showing that, hey, I'm not just a whole one dimension hitter now. I could get on base. I could hit for average too, and I'd love to see that, because Joey Gallo, really good guy. Got a very good. He's not bad defensively either. I really think he could sprout into a star.
Yeah, he's definitely becoming a star, and his pop is insane. How much he has in his swing.
And the Rangers, as a team, they've been pretty surprising. They've been winning a lot of games.
Yeah, they've been really good.
Elvis Andrus has been pretty good himself. That pitching staff, they got to get better, but I wouldn't be surprised if they made a run.
I wouldn't either. Maybe they're not going to make the playoffs, but they could be maybe that A's team. You never know.
I mean, I could see them sneak into a wild card spot. I wouldn't be totally surprised if that happened. I mean,
I think the wild card spot's definitely going to be either. I think it's going to be the Rays or M's.
Yeah, M's. They've cooled down a bit, but still dangerous team.
They still come out and smack one. So
yeah,
they're pretty good. So or if you're finished.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
So this is pretty incredible. My NL player of the week is Christian Yelich, obviously, who passed. Let's listen to these stats, people. He hit .417 He slugged .533 with an on-base percentage of 1.417, 9 runs scored, 10 hits, 8 home runs, and 6 walks in 7 games. Just insane.
Yeah, watching him when he was a Marlin, I knew this guy was dangerous. He
wasn't like this though.
No, of course not. But against the Mets, he was pretty damn good. And I was always worried more about him than Giancarlo Stanton. But both Met killers. It's just proving that he's saying to Mike Trout, "Hey, I know you're a very good player, but so am I. Watch out. You got some company up there at the top."
Yeah, I don't think so. I don't think he's anywhere too close to Trout right now.
Yeah, it's definitely going to... right now, no. But in the future, who knows? Because the way Christian Yelich has been playing, you gotta give him kudos. And I know you are. It's just...
Oh, no, I am. I'm giving him too, but I'm deciding. Mike Trout, he's got the big bucks right now. And he's the best player in baseball. I mean, I love Christian Yelich, but I just don't think anyone's on Mike Trout's level just yet, but he's definitely, I think, hopped over Nolan Arenado for the number 2 player in the game.
Oh yeah, for sure. But yeah, Yelich, I don't feel any sense of him slowing down either, because there's some times where guys are this hot and they're like, where guys are this hot and you're like, yeah, it's not gonna last. But I feel like with Yelich, this could definitely last the entire season.
Oh, definitely. He's definitely gonna win his second MVP if this keeps up, which I can't see it not. And even if he doesn't slow down, he's on pace for 95 home runs right now. So, I mean, I think the truest thing from that MLB commercial, I'm gonna hit 50 home runs. Wasn't kidding about that.
No, wasn't. Definitely on pace for it.
And he's on pace for he's almost double that.
Yeah. No way he's gonna break Bond's record though.
No, he's not at 73. I mean, he's an all-around player. He's not gonna go down and lower his average and all that stuff. I mean, he can shorten up. And Christian Yelich before last week said that he thought he was having a bad start to the season.
Yeah, and when a guy says that, that's scary. If Yelich thinks that he's not playing to his top potential, then watch out, Colby.
Watch out. Look out.
Look out. But is that about it?
Yeah, that's about it. Well, I mean, nice week for baseball. The Yankees starting to pick it up. I mean, I know it was an awful day on Saturday. Even though we won 9-1, it felt like we just got eliminated from Boston again in the World Series with Aaron Judge getting hurt. Just awful for the Yankees. Just for baseball in general, for him getting hurt again, he's going to miss at least a couple months for the second straight season. So, not good for baseball. Pretty much eliminates my MVP for AL prediction. But hey, I'll take the World Series MVP instead.
Yeah. Who knows?
Who knows? But I'm out. You got anything else, Cross?
No, that's it.
All right. Follow him on Twitter at Metsman19 and follow me on Twitter at 2 Sides of New York. And do you want to do like this a little briefing of what we're going to be doing on Fridays from now on?
Yeah. So I'll be posting a video mainly talking about the Mets and Jets. And then Reed will be doing one talking about the Yankees and Giants. So it'll just be like more in depth about our teams.
Yeah, more about our teams. It's probably the little facts we'll be giving that Cross might not care about the Yankees, or I might not care about the Mets, but that you Met and Yankee fans might care about, like the little details, like like where Judge did last night, or that he was caught talking to a bunch of girls at the bar last week, something like that.
Did that happen though? Did that happen? Yeah.
It did. People are acting like it's a bad thing. How is that a bad thing? That's my captain. My man's is a player. What the hell?
You gotta let them live their lives off the field. Come on.
I mean, that's what happened last year, though. He was out with his girlfriend, and some Yankee fan was in his face trying to take a picture, and Judge was like, "Hey, can you get out of here, dude?" And the fan on Twitter tried saying how he was a jerk. And I was like, "Bro, you you went into his personal space, with his side girl, obviously, and you think he didn't want to talk to you and get an autograph?"
No. Yeah.
But we'll do little stories like that and stuff, a little more funny stuff. Just that me and Cross can connect with the Met fans more, and I'll connect with the Yankee fans more. Help us build up more, so you guys can get more viewers on the main show, get them more excited.
Yeah.
So, Reed's out.
I'll see you guys.